Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody's being safe out there, and hopefully, you guys are keeping up with some of your acrylic classes. Today, we are just gonna have a bit of fun. Okay. Today, this is for everybody. I've been getting the question: how do you draw chibis? Okay. What in the world is a chibi? All right. So a chibi is pretty much a character with a huge head and a small body. It kind of falls under the anime kind of family, they're actually very fun and very simple to draw. And really remember, anybody can be a chibi. Your parents can be a chibi. Your sisters or brothers can be a chibi. The characters that you guys already like, you guys could actually make them into chibis. They just mean that they're gonna have a big head and a small body. All right. So there's a simple approach of thinking of a chibi. And to me, one of the simple approaches to do is actually think about Patrick. Patrick from SpongeBob. By the way, I'm only gonna use this pencil, 2B pencil, which is just a dark pencil for you guys to see, my kneaded eraser. And if you guys want, you guys can get any pen that you actually like, except not a water-based paint, because we are going to use watercolor later, not today, but when you guys add watercolor to this thing, it'll bleed if you guys have a water-based ink, okay? So if you want to make sure it's an alcohol-based one, or pretty much most inks should be okay. All right, you guys, so going back to what we discussed, how do you think about a chibi when you're drawing it, okay? So one of the things you have to consider when drawing a chibi is you have to consider the size of him. Okay, so if we know Patrick from SpongeBob, this guy has like a kind of like a big belly here. All right, followed by one star, which is his head. All right, I think it actually goes backwards like this. All right, followed by another star, another arm with a star, which would be one of his arms. All right, followed by another arm. All right, and followed by a leg and another leg, okay? But the funny thing is that these arms and legs, they're actually nothing else than just pretty organic looking triangles, all right? But if I were to give this guy a little bit of mass or a little bit of body, he would obviously have his swimming trunks, all right? He has his good looking belly over here. He has his shorts, which are a little bigger than his legs. I don't know if they're legs or how do you call this whole thing all together. We'll just say they're legs, okay? And whenever you're doing his body, you just have to come back and just make these round shapes, all right? And you could simplify the drawing. Actually, one of the things that makes Patrick very simple and very funny is that he is a really, really simple drawing, okay? It's pretty much a drawing for anybody to do. And it's a good foundation if you guys are actually trying to draw those chibis from the very get-go, okay? The chibis could actually get very complicated if you guys wanted to, but they don't have to be, by the way. They could actually be very simple, and you guys could actually do a good job by doing very, very simple work. Usually what I tell most of my students is simple is good. When you guys do really complicated shapes and then you guys don't have that foundation of that very simple drawing, you guys are really, really, really giving yourself kind of like a really hard and a really uneven drawing. So one of the really important things that I just did was a very light gesture drawing, and also really, really, really heavy, nice contour line or dark line, which I actually did not have to erase my original lines. You remember that original lines? They're still there. You could see them if you wanted to. They're right here. But now I made his arm more the way I actually see Patrick's arm to be, okay? So this is my Patrick. And what does this guy have to do with a chibi? Well, his body is very similar, except chibis tend not to be so heavy. Their heads are bigger but their arms and the legs are actually the same. They're just like little triangles that have a little break in the middle. All right. So, all right, let's see how Patrick relates to the basic shape of a chibi. Okay. So instead of starting with a circle, all right, I'm gonna make her, him or her, doesn't matter what it is. It's just at this moment, it's not a he or a her. It's just a thing. I'm just gonna make her a little here and a little bean right here. Okay, just like that. This here is gonna be the center of my chibi right there, all right? But in terms of proportions, what makes a chibi a good chibi is that the head is pretty big, all right? And there's actually no right or wrong way to do this thing. It's just, it's a big head followed by just a small body, all right? And let's talk about this Patrick. See, this is the same thing as we did with Patrick. And if I do another one over here, maybe her or his leg is on a wooden pedestal for some reason. That would be over here. See, that's the same way Patrick's arm move right here. It's just a little triangle that has a break in between if you guys want to, but if you guys don't want to, you guys could just do one big triangle, okay? And the same thing applies to the arms. This arm is behind my character. So I'm just gonna have here just a little triangle going here. And then I'm gonna probably have the other one doing what? Let's say grabbing the waist. I don't know. But again, it's just this triangular shape, something that goes from big to small, all right? Here's the little triangle shape. If I straighten this part out, it would just be a pretty nice and simple triangle, just like that, okay? Just like Patrick. Now, what makes this little guy kind of unique is the size of the head, okay? That's what's gonna change, all right? So I'm gonna make the size of the head huge on this thing. I actually think I made it a little too small, but I'm just gonna make a circle for the head, all right? And a chibi's head is actually not a circle, all right? A chibi's head is actually a circle with a cheek. That's what it is. So if we look at this character from the side, or if we look at it from the front, it's still a circle followed by a little cheek, right? So you guys might get an understanding of how this kind of thing looks like a person already. One thing you want to do too is make sure you give the chibi a direction. Is he going to be looking to the left, to the right, to the bottom, or up or down, or what? All right, so mine is going to be looking to the left. So I'm going to do a center line that goes to the left. In their line of sight, it's like a third of the way down. So if we have a circle, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. So their line of sight is actually just a third of the way down. All right, here we go. All right, so this thing is nothing but form. The cool thing when you have a simple form, you guys could actually move simple forms really, really easily, all right? Remember, her body or his body is like a bean, all right? It's like a bean, just like this. 1 and 2, see? That's like one of the beans that we like to eat. If I move the chibi to the other side, let's say I move the chibi to what we call profile, then this chibi body's gonna be here. It's still gonna be a little bean right here, all right? But what is this chibi gonna be doing? Let's say she's gonna be standing with this leg and maybe about to move with this leg, all right? And if you move with one side, you pull your arm to the back side. They have really short, stubby arms. Remember, they're really cute characters. And on the other side, he or she might just have the shape like this, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and make a circle. So the fun thing, what I'm actually trying to get you guys to do here is not how to draw one character of a chibi, but how to understand the chibi characters themselves. So if you actually need to make your dad a chibi, or you gotta make your friend a chibi, you guys can make them walking and running and doing whatever they want to be doing. just by understanding the simple form and the simple shape. All right. So here, again, a third of the way down, I am going to just go ahead and do a line. She is completely in profile. He or she is completely in profile. So it's completely looking that way. So we cannot see the center line. The center of the other part of the face would be here. All right. So very simple shapes, kind of like Patrick, but a little skinnier. Now let's see if we could have fun with this character and actually make her what Chibi or whatever, you know, these characters are. So remember what I told you. First thing, they are circles, but they actually have on one side of their body, they will have a cheek. Just like that. All right. On the other side, you'll just go back and connect to that circle. It's like, what? That's it? Yep, that's actually it. You guys just have to go back and connect. All right. Now, what is this Chibi going to be doing? Characters are a little different. Like when you actually looking to do characters on them, the nose, you know, could be small. She could be happy. She could be sad. That all has to do with the way you guys do the eyes, the mouth. Maybe, you know, she's pensive or she's thinking about something. So her eyes might actually be, by the way, this line is the bottom of her eye. So if her eyes are open, they could actually be going in a slightly just different direction. All right. If her eyes are open, maybe her eyes will be over here. But whenever we measure that 1/3, we're actually measuring the bottom of the eye. Okay. So now we have this elusive character, you know, this pretty fun character. We could do whatever to her eyebrows. Then if you guys want over this, you guys could actually start doing some sort of hair. If you guys are going to start doing hair, make sure you guys keep it simple. Don't go over the top. Just do like simple looking shapes. You know, just kind of have fun with this. Again, I'm making up my own Chibi, so it's hard to actually tell you to, oh yeah, this looks like so and so. But yeah, I'm just trying to really have fun with the way I'm kind of just building her up. And the same thing goes for the body and the clothing. You know, this little Chibi might actually have a shirt here and maybe a t-shirt over here, maybe another part of the t-shirt that goes over here. And by the time, let's do some shorts on her. I don't know, some shorts or some leggings maybe. Here we go, some leggings. Let's keep it simple. All right. And by the time we build up this character, she is now a really fun Chibi character. All right. You could do shoes. They don't have to be, her feet don't have to be like the ones that I made. Like, could actually have little feet. They don't have big feet. They have little feet. All right. A lot of the characters of the Chibi characters actually remind me of the movie Inside Out. Here, I'm going to go ahead and kind of erase this. I don't want you to erase it when you guys are actually drawing, but I'll erase this just to give you a better perspective or a better feeling to the character herself. All right. So that would be like a Chibi looking at you from the diagonal. You know, you can move her around. This is a Chibi looking at you completely in profile. So they actually have still a big head, still a circle. Ooh, we'll follow that circle. Oops, sorry. Oh, what's wrong with me? All right. Then they still have that little cheek on the front, which is really weird. But they always have that little cheek. So now they could have that smiley face, you know. Maybe she's about to land or hit something. I don't know. Just make something up here. So I'm gonna make her eyes close, and her eye. Maybe she's laughing at somebody, kind of giggling, and she saw something funny happen, and she's giggling at that something or somebody. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just replace things with clothing. All right. little fingers are super simple. Her arms are super simple. But don't forget now, you guys don't just know how to draw a specific chibi, you guys know how to draw whatever chibi you guys actually want. All right, that's really important. That's the most important thing of what we're learning today, because I didn't show you how to draw a specific character, okay? I'm actually showing you guys just how to draw a walking chibi. That's it, okay? Having fun, not doing anything out of the ordinary. And the thing with this is just practice. Just practice, 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 practice. The more you practice, the better you guys are gonna get at this. Just really quickly, I am gonna draw a character that already exists. And you guys could use them as reference, actually. You guys could use them as practice, just kind of figure out if, you guys are doing it the right way. But that's all I'm gonna do, okay? I'm just gonna do a character that already exists, right? And you guys could actually even Google that, like Chibi Obi-Wan Kenobi, or Chibi this or Chibi that. All right, so what I'm gonna do here, so I'm just gonna do a circle. Again, starting with the head, all right? Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do that bean looking little body. They could have a little neck, but once I do that, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my bean looking body, okay? It's just a little bean, just right here. You guys could actually see that. On this side, I'm just gonna draw just my arm, okay? It doesn't matter what she's doing. Really simple. She might be winning a tournament here. Like I said, this is already an existing chibi. It's not even one that I'm making up. But I just want to show you how simple it is once you guys understand the concept of the drawing, okay? So now this one is looking to the left also. I guess most artists are right-handed. If most things are looking to the left, artists tend to be right-handed, okay? And once this is on there, how do we build this little character up? All right, so here we go. So don't forget, she needs a cheek, all right? Without the cheek, she doesn't work. All right, there's the cheek. Now we need to pull the head up. And, sorry, I did the line of sight a little too low because she's looking up. Now I'm able to do those really cute anime eyes, okay? Those really, really big, fun eyes. You can do the eyebrows. I'll let you guys have fun with this part. This part is like where most students actually go fun and crazy with this, is the creative process of actually doing the chibi itself. Like, is she gonna be a girl? Is she gonna be a boy? Is she gonna be looking up? Is she gonna have big eyebrows, little eyebrows, big eyelashes, little eyelashes? These are the fun creative things. Those are the things I'll let you guys kind of play around with. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead, just kind of block this in. In another fun session, I'm actually gonna show you guys how to add some color to these characters. Colors like the way animators would do. Usually they would use something like a Copic marker. We are gonna use watercolor, okay? Watercolor has a very fun approach as a Copic marker, but your parents don't have to break the bank with that. It's actually more accessible, less expensive. All right, and once you get to this, these guys don't even need mouths. They don't even need mouths or nose, actually. They could be nose less or mouth less. Just remember, they're a cute version of something that already is out and about. All right, so she's gonna have her shirt. She's gonna have a big shirt. She's probably not gonna be tucked in. Partially tucked in. Let's not tuck her in completely. All right, and her shirt's gonna come out this way. All right, here we go. And you guys just made yourself another chibi. And this is fun. Remember, you guys, the acrylic part, that's fun and difficult. I know that part, okay? But this thing is just for you guys. If you guys have a little bit of extra time and you want to do something that's a little bit more carefree, just a little bit more fun, you guys could definitely do this. And you guys could build her up as much as you want. You could add bling bling right here, you know, or first place medal, whatever she's doing, all right? But at this point, you guys just made another chibi, all right? Make sure you guys, I love this space for something particular. Make sure you guys don't start with the detail. That's gonna be the number one problem. If you guys start doing the detail, it's like, whoa, why doesn't the face feel right to the big, you know, body? Why? I try to do a good job, but things are not aligned. Don't forget, you could have done the circle first, really lightly. You could have done the grid second, and that way objects are always aligned, okay? These techniques that we're using of having this really light drawing as a base, really light drawing, is actually really important, okay? Because if you don't like something, you could just change it, all right? Without necessarily having to erase. But having that foundation is extremely important. All right, guys, we'll have fun at home. Do some chibis. If you guys want to shoot them back over, just go ahead and send me an email with the characters you guys are working on. And if you guys don't want to do any of these chibis, don't worry about them. It's just a fun open session, all right? Have fun with this one. Bye-bye.